At APS, we offer services such as money transfer, Nawe cash power top-up, mobile phone credit top-up, as well as APS holiday cards. Send and receive money to the Gambia, Senegal, and across Africa from wherever you are on planet Earth. With our unbeatable exchange rates, you can transfer money up to £2,000 at a cost of 99 pence for transaction fee. Download APS application to access our 24-hour services at your convenience with privacy. Enjoy our hassle-free Luga services with housing purchasing quality food items such as cooking oil, rice, sugar, and other daily provision for friends and family from their favorite shops and supermarkets in the Gambia. With our Luga services, you can pay with deliver to the beneficiary across the Gambia at their convenience to their doorsteps at no cost. Also available at APS is our Nawe cash power top-up. Send cash power credit from any part of the world to the Gambia to friends and families to keep the lights on. All you need is a Tucson cash power meeting number to send it job done. With our mobile phone credit top-up, you can send a top-up or credit to your loved ones right away. With APS holiday cash, you don't need to worry anymore. With cash, you can withdraw cash from your debit or credit card, even if you are in up countries in the Gambia. Just get your card handy. Within minutes, your money will be ready for collection across the Gambia with no additional charges. For the details or information, contact APS International on telephone landline number 0044-121-6433003 at 0044-121-6433003. On our mobile WhatsApp number is 0044-790-4028180. That's 0044-790-4028180. APS International, simply the best. Good evening from Sky Power FM Radio. As we promised, we're back on here, Sky Power FM Radio, and our guest speakers today is Mr. Noah Sise and Sana Samate. Like we usually do on a monthly basis, we do have a program, so this kind of program on a monthly basis here for community cohesion and integration, for helping people in our community discussing issues regarding tax system, UK tax system. So today our guest will be talking about taxation, personal allowance, blind and disabled allowances, their entitlement. Mr. Noah, welcome to Sky Power FM. And like I said, this is a monthly thing that we usually do here. So if we may start with you, Noah, you want to say greeting to viewers at the minute, and then we'll come to Sana to talk about the personal taxation system, which relates in UK national personal taxation system.
Yeah. Thank you, Mustafa. Thank you, and good evening to all the viewers. Like Mustafa said, this is a monthly program that is looking at specifically UK taxes and finance systems. Mm-hmm. This is actually geared towards helping our community in the UK understand the UK tax a bit more, and also understand a bit more of personal finance. So in the last two programs, what we did, we explained the various types of taxes that are available in the UK that are applied to people, companies, and even charities. So my friend here, Sana, will be talking about those, giving you an overview of what taxes are available. So in the last program as well, we also talked about what people need to do if they decide to relocate from the United Kingdom to anywhere in the world, to make sure that they still maintain their
taxes,
personal pension.
Right.
Because anyone working in the UK paying taxes on national insurance, especially the national insurance, it's a contribution towards your personal pension.
Right.
When you reach the pension age of 67 years, as at this year, it might go up. Some of us might work until we are 70 before we can retire. So we talked about what people need to do to make sure that they put in place something in the UK that will ensure that even if they are out of the UK, by the time they get to the retirement age, they can access their state pension, which was signing up for Class 2 national insurance with HMRC. So today, the discussions will be around personal taxes, as most people in our community are individuals who are working for companies and other people. Now, these people do pay taxes. So our discussion today will be around personal taxes and also what people as couples, whether married or not married, can do to make sure that they reduce their tax liability. My friend Sana will be talking about that. And on my part, I will also be talking about allowances that are available to our less privileged members of the community who happen to be blind, for example. There are a lot of benefits available for people who are blind and are working. I'll be talking about what is called blind person's allowance and how much blind people can get, and what, if you are blind, you need to do to make sure that you get that blind person's allowance. I will also be talking about savings income, because we are in a community where we are progressing and a lot of people are making a lot of money. If you do choose to save that money with financial institutions such as banks or building societies, you put them in a savings product, for example. The income that you get off the back of that savings is taxable, but how that is taxed, I'll be talking about that. And in addition to that, I'll be also talking about individual savings accounts, what in the UK is referred to as ISA. We all know that when it comes towards April, your bank and your building society or other financial institutions will be bombarding you with information about ISA, what you need to do with your ISA. It's a way of saving money, because you don't pay tax on ISAs. So I'll be talking about that as well as we go along. And the various types of ISAs, I'll be also talking about that. And also, in addition to that, I will make reference to what we can do as a community to help our young people, especially those who are 18 years and over, to make sure that we put them in a housing ladder by using ISA. So I'll be talking about that as well.
Right. Thank you very much, Noah, for that highlight. Sarah, like you said, you'll be touching on personal tax.
Yeah.
So what have you got for us regarding personal tax today for the benefit of our people listening and viewing at the minute?
Mustafa, thank you very much. Greeting to all your listeners and a greeting to you as well.
Okay.
Thank you very much for welcoming us back again.
Okay.
But last time, if you could remember, we talked about briefly about the different kind of the tax regimes that's people pay in the UK. But we talk about personal taxes, of which we have an income tax, we have inheritance tax, we have council tax, and we have dividend tax as well. So we have a sale tax as well. Under the sale tax, we have a value-added tax, which some people call it VAT, VAT, and we have exercise and duty tax as well. And we have another business tax called business tax, which corporation also need to pay, of which we have corporation tax, business rate tax, and then we have another tax under the sales and the duty, which is called motoring tax. So we have another. We also talk about national insurance contribution last time, of which Noah is going to highlight more on it. You know, for example, if you want to, if you happen to go back home, you can still contribute if you want. You know, not to let your national insurance to die like that. If even though you're at home, you can still contribute and maintain it. Yeah, we talk about different classes of national insurances, of which we have a class A, we have class 2, class 3, and class 4. But today, my talking, we're going to center on the personal taxation, and because many people, especially couple or civil partners, most of them we don't know what are the benefits that we can get on that personal tax, because the government, this country, every single person, if you are working, they allocate an allowance called personal allowances. Yeah, every year it increased every year. For example, from 2017-18 tax year, the personal allowances was 11,500, and then this year they increased it to 11,850. So, some people, when you told them personal allowance, they think that it's an allowance that you have supposed to get and put it in your pocket. Not actually like that. For example, like the chankers and those.
We'll come to that. To elaborate that, for the benefit of our local listeners, we'll just come to the English for now briefly, okay. And then we'll switch to Mandinka also. That's fine. And then so that for many people to benefit out of it. Yeah, you may continue. Yeah. Right.
So that personal allowance is, for example, if you're a couple. Because let me just say this. Most people also, they might hear me talking about 2018, 2019. They might, Sana is talking about 2019. We are not in 2019. But here, the tax systems, the financial year started from the 5th of April to the 6th of April for every year. So in back home, they started from the 1st of January to 31st of December. So this tax system, the tax year is from 6th of April 2018 to the 6th of April 2019. So that's personal allowance is 11,850. So that personal allowance is each and everybody who is working, you are entitled for this. But you don't pay tax if your the whole year earning does not reach 11,850. You don't pay taxes. But some of them also may ask now, what about what is my personal allowance for a week? So if this 11,850 is the tax is comprised of 12 months, 12 calendar months. So you've got to divide this one by 52 weeks if you want to know your personal allowances for a week. For example, if you are receiving £300 a week, and then you want you look at your pay slip, you say that, well, I don't know, they talk about personal allowances, so where's my personal allowances? So if you want to find out, what you can do is that 11,850, divide that one by 52 weeks. That will give you 227.88 pounds. If you have to subtract that one from your total earning of that week, like for example, 300 pounds. So the balances you have, that's when they go to pay the tax on that. But this is happen if your earning is more than 11,850. Anything on top of that, even if it's £1 on top of that 11,850, you got to pay 20%. That's what they call basic rate tax. And then if your income also is above from 46,350, from 11,000 to 11,850 to 46,350, you are on the basic rate tax. So if your income also increase from 46,000 to 150,000, you are classified as high rate taxpayers. If you have additional income, that you have the additional taxpayers are people who have more than 150,000. You will be taxed on 45% on that. So I'm going to talk about the benefit of these allowances. For example, the couples and that of civil partners who are living together. If you are working, for example, if I'm working and my wife is working as well, and then my wife does not earn up to 11,850 a year, we can claim that she can transfer 10% of her personal allowances to mine. That does not mean that you're going to call HMRC and say, well, I want you to give my husband 10% of that 11,850.
How do you do that?
It doesn't work like that. you know, the 10% of 11,850 will be around 1,185, but HMRC will round it off to 1,190. So that 1,190 will be added up to my personal allowances. For example, if my wife said, you know, I want 10% to be transferred to my husband. So that 10% of that, that's what I told you, that's 1,190. That 190, if they put that one in my personal allowance of 11,850, it will increase. If I told I'm supposed to pay, you know, 1,000 pounds taxes, so that way 11,000. If my income is more than 11,850 to the range of 46,350, my personal allowance will be subtracted from whatever I earn. The balance is the one that they're going to tax 20% if I fell on the basic rate taxes. Right. But if at all, I'm paying before my wife transfer, then 10%. If at all, for example, if I'm paying about £100, if my wife transfer 10%, you know, to my personal allowances, I will pay less than what I was paying before. So these are the benefits, you know, that they give to the married couple or civil partners. Wow. So most of the people, they don't know. You'll be working, your wife will be working, or your civil partner will be working. One of them does not even earn up to 11,850. So if that happens, they can apply this. They can either call, they can do it online, or they can, you know, call HMRC. This personal allowance also, you can backdate it from 2000. For example, we are in tax year of 18-19, you can backdate it from 2015, from the future.
So for how long backdate? How long? Like
about 3 years or 3 years, I think. 3 years.
Yeah.
3 years. And then, if at all, may God forbid, one of the partners die, you can still claim that personal allowances from the 2015, 3 years back. So another benefit also that the government allocated to the married couple allowances. This one is the married allowances and married couple allowances. Those is for those people who were born before on the 5th of April 1935, the other people. So if I told you are paying more taxes, and you were born, one of the couple was born before 6th of April 1935, they also have a benefit of it. They can claim for from 336 to 869. That will also reduce your tax liability you are paying. So most of our community, they might know this, you know. Right. So these are the benefits that, you know, we have in the systems we can still apply for, and then we are entitled to get. So that personal allowance also, because I'm talking about a yearly. If you want also, if you are paying by monthly, that 11,850, you can divide that one by 12 calendar month. That will give about 987 point something, 50 brute. So if I told you are earning 1,000, to know how they tax you. If I told you are earning 1,000 pounds, so that personal allowance of 987, you have to knock that one for 1,000. The balance you have, that's what they're going to tax it on 20%. So these are the benefits we have for the personal taxation. Another benefit also is there, like if I'm working and then I have a shares in one of the companies, as an employee, I can have a shares in, let's say, Morrison's.
Oh, Tesco, yeah.
So Tesco or Morrison's. So if I can buy a shares, so if I buy a share there, at the end of their financial year, if they make a profit, call it dividend, so they're going to share that profit between the shareholders. Right. So for example, if I got my shares are bought on the Morrison's, the dividends the distribution among the shareholders is £2,000. If it is only 2,000 I'm receiving, I'm not entitled to pay any single tax on that. But if I receive more than 2,000, anything extra on that 2,000, you know, the dividends also have its own tax, you know, percentages. Right. If I fall on the low taxpayers, if I'm on the basic rate taxpayers, if I'm on basic taxpayers, I'm going to pay only 7.5% on that, anything above 2,000. If I'm on the higher rate taxpayers, I'm going to pay 35.5% on any extra amount after 2,000. If I'm additional taxpayers, I'm going to pay 38.1% on that. And then Mustafa also, I'm going to give a brief explanation about the form. For example, when people are in employment or a new people come in, like this regulation and the Kiangas, when they first comes in the UK. So the P45 is very, very important. P45 is a form they give it to you either when you resign or they make a redundancy. Your company redundancy. So that P45 is very, very important. You have to keep it in feature so that if you want to apply for another new job, you can present it in order not to fill the P46. There's another form called P46, but that P46 sometimes they call it starter checklist. So that starter checklist also, if at all you don't have it at all, you are not working, you never work, this is your first time to work, that P46, that's what you got to fill. And then again, some people, most of the people also, I might have one job and I go to another agency and say, I want to apply a job. So some of us, they will just go, they will confuse. Oh, when they ask them, is this your first job or second job? So some people, because they feel a long time, they thought that if they said, well, this is my second job, that'd be a problem. Or I might pay a big or I might pay a high tax.
High tax,
If you don't, they will find out at the end of the day. You cannot escape, but they'll find out through your national insurance. They'll find out what you are paying with the job you are in. So it's better you choose one of the job you want to make it as your first choice, because the second job, if you take it as a second job, you are not entitled for personal allowance on that. So that's why some people you may have from them saying that, oh, enter BR. They BR me in tax or shelter because you don't get any personal allowances on that. So whatever you earn, they're going to tax straight away. They're not going to give you any allowances. For example, if you earn £1,000, they're going to tax the 20% on that straight away. But that job, but your first job, your personal allowance is going to be put into consideration. They're going to subtract that personal allowance from your earning. The balance that what they're going to tax it. It depends on the tax band fell on. So these are very important. When you go to the job center, just be honest. If for example we are very helpful to each other, I might give my paper to somebody to work. So on that note, those who are using that paper and somewhere else, they have to accept that the tax will be high because the personal allowance is not going to be allocated to them, that particular job, unless and until they take it as a second my main job. So that's where some problem will arises, where the HMRC is going to decide it and then pick one job to be the main job. So if that happens, for example, if I'm working at Morrison and then I went to another agency and I just say this is my first job, HMRC can pick my main job and say this is your main job. They might pick the other one, the second one, and say this is your main job. But bear in mind that you might pay less taxes and they might come back and bite you. That's why some people will say, you will see that HMRC will send to them, they will ask them, you underpay the tax. Yes, because people don't declare what they are earning. It takes some time before they come to know it. But when they knew it, you are in a hot soup. You're in a hot soup, definitely. Another form is that which is called P60. That's P60. It summarizes, your total earning, what you earn the whole year. It summarizes what you pay to HMRC, and then the balance you have as well. So that P60 is very, very important as well, because I could remember one of our community members come to me to fill the tax credit, but they asked him the total earning and the total amount you pay. He just brought his different pay slip. Of it will be very, very difficult for me to quantify, to say that this is actual amount you have, because I might put a high figure or I might put a less figure. But if you have your P60, that will actually spell out what you earn and how much you pay for the total year. Yeah. So Mustafa, basically this is what I have for today. Right. Unless I will leave Munuha to come in, and let me make a disclaimer here. I'm a student. I'm still learning. So I'm just appealing. I'm going to appeal to all your audience, your listeners. Whatever mistake I make here, I want your audience to give me feedback, and that will help me to improve myself. my able boss is here, so he will elaborate more on the other side of the.
I like that attitude. Yeah. I like that. Keep it up. Thanks for that. We'll switch to Mandinka, and so you tell us briefly in Mandinka, for our listeners and viewers to to understand that more. So if you have any difficulties in filling all these forms, you can get in touch.
You can get in touch with me or Sky Power or Tiwa or to myself.
And then we'll get that sorted for you for anyone in our community at the minute. Coming back to Master Noha, like you said earlier from the beginning, you're wanting to talk about our blind allowances and then the banking system, which is got to do with the ISIS, the benefits, that's it, and stuff like that, today, Mr. Noha. So, Noha, what can we get from all this, Mr. Sise?
Yeah, thank you very much again, Mustafa. Just before I delve into the blind person's allowance and also the various savings products that there are, I just want to thank Sana for taking this initiative really to join me. We are all students as human beings. So we are forever learning, and it pays to be modest. Having that in mind, we might make mistakes, and that's human. To err is human. Yeah, and if we do make mistakes, that's because we are human. If we tell you what is right, that is by the help of God. That's true. We wouldn't take credit for that. Just to reiterate what Sana mentioned regarding P60, for example, we know that in our community, when it comes to end of April, a lot of people receive tax credit disclosure form from tax credit department to be able to disclose how much their household income is, to be able to determine how much tax credit that family gets. So P60 is the easier way. So if you get a form from tax credit asking you to provide information on your household income, if your husband is working or if the wife is working or even if you are both working, the easier way is to put your P60s together. You can get in touch with Mustafa if you're having difficulty to address your concerns to us, and then we will do whatever we can to help you sort those forms out as a member of our community. In addition to that, I think Sana also mentioned marriage allowance. Now, marriage allowance, I think this is brought in by the government to encourage people to get married, really. But it did actually backfire, which they had to backpedal to include same-sex couples and even people who are cohabiting but living as if they are husband and wife. Now, what Sana mentioned is that you can transfer 10% of your personal allowance to your partner. That is quite clear. It doesn't mean that that actual money is transferred to your partner, but your partner and yourself, for this year, your personal allowance is 11,850. Now, if you transfer 10% of your personal allowance, which for this year, HMRC pegged it at 1,190, your husband or your wife's personal allowance will go up. So as a family, what you will save out of that is about £238. So if you didn't do that as a family unit, husband and wife, husband pays tax on his own, wife pays tax on his own. Even though the wife's income is less than 11,850, she won't pay tax. But that transfer of 10% is not there. So as a family, they will be paying more tax. But if one person transfers to the other, then tax liability reduces. That's what Sana was saying. And he also mentioned that the married couples allowance, which is for our older generation, people who were born before 6th of April 1935. So you also get some incentive from that by deciding whose income to be used, and then you can get allowances out of that because you are old. No offense to our older generation, but because you are also married. So on my part, I wanted to talk about blind person's allowance. Now, blind person's allowance is basically an allowance that government put in place for blind people who are working as well. Now, if you are blind and you are working, you are entitled to an allowance of 2,390 in addition to your personal allowance of 11,850. What that means is your personal allowance, instead of being 11,850 for this year, it will be 14,240. So anything above that you earn in the year, you will pay tax as a basic rate taxpayer, depending on if your income is within the bracket of 11,851 to 46,350, like Sana mentioned. Or if your annual income is more than 46,350 pounds, then you will pay the excess of that at 40% tax rate. And if your income is over 150,000, like Sana mentioned, you pay 45%.
Right.
So that applies to blind people as well. So what this means is, if you are blind and you are working, you can save up to £478 a year in taxes. So there are conditions attached to that. You must be registered with council. So your local authority, for example, Leeds City Council or Birmingham City Council or Bristol City Council, you have to register with them to confirm to HMRC that actually, yes, I am blind, and here is my registration document from my local council confirming that I am actually blind and I'm working. And then HMRC will either make changes to your tax code. We mentioned tax code changes in the last program, why it changes every year. So these are some of the things that make changes to people's tax codes. Instead of being 1185L, this year, if you are blind and you are working, you are qualified for a blind person's allowance, your tax code will be 1424L. So this is how tax code changes as well. So it's driven by your personal allowance. Now, that is how you can make savings of up to £478 a year if you are blind and registered blind and you are working. And so in order to get this done, first get yourself registered with your council. Once you get your registration documents, then you can contact HMRC on 0300 200 3301. I'll repeat, 0300 200 3301. This is a HMRC helpline that you can call to claim your blind person's allowance if you are blind and you are working, and also registered with your local city council. So the next point.
Wow, which is like the ISIS you want about?
No, this one is for the blind person's allowance.
Oh, okay.
So if you are blind and you are working, you are registered with your local council, you need to call HMRC on 0300 200 3301 to claim your blind person's allowance, which will allow you to save up to £478 every year in taxes.
Right.
Now, we all know that in our community, some people do put some money aside in terms of savings.
Right.
Now, Sana's also mentioned you can put money in dividends as well. So that gives you, in shares, that gives you dividend income. You get taxed on dividends. Now, savings as well, if you have some money put aside in a savings account in a bank, you get taxed. However, if you if you do have savings, say interest income up to £5,000, you will not pay tax if your personal allowance, your annual income, excluding this savings, is not up to 11,850.
Right.
So if you are a low-income earner whose annual income is not more than £11,850, then you do not pay tax on savings income up to £5,000. So if you put £1 million in a savings account and you get £5,000 interest, interest income, so that interest income will not be taxed if your other income is not up to 11,850. Yeah, so that is one benefit of tax saving you can make if you put money aside in a savings account. However, if your annual income, if you happen to be within the basic rate tax band, then therefore that £5,000 tax-free allowance is reduced to £1,000. So if you are a basic rate taxpayer and you've got money in a savings account, any income on that savings account up to £1,000, you do not pay savings tax on that.
Right.
So your bank will pay you in full your interest. But anything above £1,000, then you'll start paying tax at 20%. That is, if you are a basic rate taxpayer. Well, if you are a higher rate taxpayer, that is somebody who's paying tax at 40%, then your savings income, now the tax-free allowance is reduced to £500. So you have up to £500 savings income that you will not pay tax on. Or anything above that £500, then you start paying savings tax on that. So just to let people know that this is how savings income is taxed. But it's a good way of saving tax. Now we'll be talking about some savings products. In the UK, what they call individual savings accounts, and some people just call them ISAs. Now, ISAs are a good way of saving tax on income. So for 2018-19, you can save up to £20,000 in an ISA. So if you have money up to £20,000, you can put all that in an ISA, and any income that is generated off the back of that savings in ISA is tax-free, completely tax-free.
Tax-free, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you do not pay, regardless of what your level of income is. If you have an annual income of £150,000, you can put 20,000 out of that 150,000 in an ISA. Any additional income that is generated off the back of that ISA savings, you do not pay any tax on that. And you cannot put more than 20,000 in an ISA. Right. So there are various types of ISAs. Right. There are 4 types actually. You can split this 20,000 into these various types of ISAs. So there is a cash ISA. Now, cash ISA is basically savings in a bank account, in a bank or a building society. Now, I used to work for Lloyd's Banking, Lloyd's Banking Group. Now, my job was responsibility around savings and investments income. So the money that people save in banks, that was my responsibility, analyzing that income. Now, that's the savings we are talking about here. If you put your money in an ISA, a cash ISA they call it, that will be put as a savings account. You can put your money in a cash ISA in a building society or a normal bank. So your bank account that provides you a current account, that same bank can provide you this savings product called cash ISA.
Cash ISA, and it's tax-free.
It is tax-free. Any income generated on an ISA is tax-free. And this is why, when it comes close to April, a lot of people start opening ISA accounts, because they know that they have made so much money during the year, and to be able to save that money, to make sure that they don't pay tax, they put it in an ISA. So you can put up to £20,000 in an ISA. You can split it between cash ISA, and there is another ISA called stock and shares. So if you choose to invest in stock and shares or in an ISA, you can speak to your ISA provider, being it a bank or a building society, and say, look, I want my investment to be in shares. I want my investment in stocks. So that money will be put in shares in. So the bank will use that money to buy shares in other companies, so you can get dividend income as well. So that's going to be your benefit of putting your money in that stock and shares ISA. It can also be put in what they call unit trust and investment fund. So you have, especially in Channel Islands, you have companies, because the tax rate in Channel Islands is next to nothing. A lot of people invest in Channel Islands so they can minimize the tax liability. So companies that are what they call open-ended companies, so they call them OEC, OEC, open-ended companies. These are investment companies that you can invest in through ISAs as well, and then the income that you get from that investment is also very high. It could also be on corporate bonds. So if listeners have been following the Gambia Commission of Inquiries, they were talking about NAWEC bonds. Yes. So NAWEC had generated, so this a corporate bond is a way that companies generate money from people who want to invest. So for example, in those days, NAWEC would want, say, $2 million US, and then they will go out and request money. So banks, commercial banks in the Gambia, and other investors, people who have money, they go and buy these bonds from NAWEC with expectation of getting an interest out of that investment. So NAWEC will use that money to invest on maybe new generators or things like that. So corporate bond is a bond. It's like an investment tool where companies get money from people, borrow money from people, and use it to invest in their services. Right. So banks will also use your money to invest in a corporate bond. Now, government bonds are also there. Now, a lot of people will be familiar with Gambia government treasury bills. So you can hear on the radio or GRTS that tenders are invited from Gambians. So for the issue of 6 months Gambia government treasury bills. Now treasury bills are similar to corporate bonds. There are ways by which governments generate money from interested individuals or companies who want to invest their money. So your ISA could be invested in that as well. And there is also what they call innovative finance ISAs. These are, new ways of generating money, and I will recommend this actually to whoever has got money and you want to invest, because you can get up to 10 to 15% interest. But if you invest in a normal bank savings account, when I was working for a building society, I remember one of our savings products, which is My Wedding Saver. So you save money for your wedding. The interest that we pay to people who invest in that product was about 3.2%. So if you invest in an innovative finance product, that way you can get up to between 10 and 15% interest on your investment. So these are also companies and individuals who lend to each other. So it's like a club, what we call ususu, really. So I'll be having, say, £10,000 that I don't need for the next 6 months. And somebody in our group will be needing £10,000 for immediate investment. So I can lend that money to that person at the rate of 10% interest. So when the person is giving me my money back, it will be 10% on top of the 10,000 that I've given them. So I'll be getting about £11,000 total income. Total money that will be given to me, including the £1,000 interest. Right. Yeah. So this is another way, but they have their own portal. The portal is like a website. They have their own websites that people who are interested can join and lend money and also borrow money from there. Right. So the Badibungas, if you are interested in that, you can go in. But I actually recommend it. Sure. So there is also what they call crowdfunding debentures. So these are investments that people do through ISA. So if you tell your bank that I want to invest in an ISA, but my ISA, I want an innovative finance ISA. So it has to be that crowdfunding debenture. So these are like companies who want to borrow money, but they don't want to do corporate bonds. So they issue what is called debentures. It's like a loan. That's just a loan. Right. So you buy that debenture certificate. So you become a loan holder of that company, and the company will pay you interest on that debenture. So again, these are portals or websites that these companies or individuals join to borrow money by use of cash ISAs. ISAs, innovative finance ISAs. And there is another ISA that's called Lifetime ISA. Now, Lifetime ISA is also a product that is really important, and I think I will be elaborating on this more, because this is a way by which our younger generation could be helped to have their own home. Now, Lifetime ISA, individuals who can apply for this must be at least 18 years, but not more than 40 years. Excuse me. Now, for a Lifetime ISA, it could be a cash ISA, it could be stock and shares, or it could even be this innovative finance product. But you have to be 18 years and over, but not more than 40 years to be able to invest in this. So the benefit of this is that if you put £4,000 or up to £4,000, that's the only downside to this Lifetime ISA. You cannot put more than £4,000 in a year in this. But if you put £4,000, the government will give you £1,000 extra. So we can help our children who are 18 years and over to be able to build towards their new first home. So put £4,000 or put any amount there, the government will match it by putting 25%. So if you put £100 in your son's or your daughter's lifetime saver, the government will put £25 on top of that. So it will increase to £125.
I think Mustafa is just to protest. I think so. It's just these things is just to encourage people, to save. To save for the our young generation. Because if you see governments are coming up to put some money in what you save, so that definitely is an encouragement.
Absolutely.
Something for your,
this is quite important, because we are here in this country and we are having children. Our children are growing. Now we need to start thinking about what we can do for our kids. Now, from now, your child becomes a teenager, because by 18 years old, he is a teenager. Now, if he is working, you can encourage him to say, look, why not put some money towards your ISA? You are living in my house, you're not paying rent, right? You're getting all this money from your employment. Instead of spending it on, nice clothes and you name it, why not put aside £4,000 a year? And if you put £4,000 a year aside, government is going to put £1,000 on top of it. It becomes 5,000. So by the time your child reaches 40 years old, he can withdraw that money and put it on a house. This is how easily we can help our children and take the advantage of getting this money from the government. But we have to encourage them to be putting money aside, to be putting money in that savings account, in that lifetime ISA, in order for the government to put 25% on top of whatever they put on there. But you cannot put more than £4,000 a year in this product. Now, if you do need to withdraw from this lifetime savings ISA, lifetime ISA, you get a charge of 25%. So if you want to withdraw, so let's say you have 10,000 or 100,000 pounds in this cash in this lifetime ISA, and you want to withdraw all that 100,000 pounds, you will pay a withdrawal charge of 25%, which will be about £2,500, I think.
Sounds like a catch there.
Yeah. So but you have to put the money there. This is to encourage people to save more until they are 40. So if you go beyond 40, you will have to be 50 for you to be able to get everything out without paying anything. So by the time you get 40 years old, above 40 years, government is not going to put anything there. So whatever you put there will be what it is. But up to the age of 40, whatever you put towards this lifetime ISA, government is going to put 25% on top of that. Up to the age of 40. When you go beyond 40, if you want to withdraw before you are 50, you can still withdraw everything, but you will pay a 25% charge. If you don't want to pay that charge, you will have to wait until you are 50.
What's the minimum to put on an ISA, like I said?
So, for all these ISAs, this year is £20,000.
That's the minimum?
No, you can put anything there.
Okay.
So it depends. Some banks will say minimum you can put there is £100. Whatever amount, £50 you can put there.
Okay.
It depends on the service provider. Some banks do have limits. But when I was working for a building society, we didn't have any limits on ISAs. And ISAs were part of the things that I was responsible for. About, savings portfolio of about £5 million a year that we get from investors. So, like I say, if you want to help your child to build towards his first home, the product that I'm going to recommend is a lifetime ISA. And again, this ISA will be put in an investment, and the bank will pay you interest on this ISA. And any interest paid on this ISA is completely tax-free. Yeah. So the minimum amount is determined by the service provider. The maximum is for £20,000 this year. So you can split it: 10,000 in cash ISA, 15,000 in stock and shares, and then the rest you can put it in lifetime ISA, or you can put it in innovative finance products. So now I know listeners might be asking, well, who can apply for an ISA? Now the question is, who can apply for an ISA? Anybody who is 16 years or over can apply for a cash ISA. But for you to be able to apply for stock and shares ISA, lifetime ISA, or innovative finance ISA, you have to be at least 18 years old. Yeah. So these are the two categories. You have to be 18 years and over to be able to apply for all these ISAs, but you must not be more than 40. If you are more than 40 years old, so people like me wouldn't be able to apply for innovative finance lifetime ISA, because we are over 40. So you have to be under 40, but more than 18 years old to be able to invest in a lifetime ISA, where whatever you put in, government puts 25% on top of that. So if you are as old as me, unfortunately, you can still have an ISA, but you won't be able to invest in a lifetime ISA. Yeah.
Right.
So the other point is, if you open an individual savings account, which is an ISA in the UK, and then move abroad, you can't put money into it after the tax year that you have moved. So for example, if I decide to go back to Gambia and live there, and I have opened an ISA account, I cannot be in the Gambia and put money in that ISA. Right. So it will stop following the tax year that I have left. So up to, I can put money in it up to April 2019, but beyond that, I wouldn't be allowed to put any money in there. And I need to let HMRC know that I have actually moved. But if you work for the Queen, say you are in the Crown Services, so you are a soldier, or you happen to work for Foreign and Commonwealth Office, like people who work in the British High Commissions across the world, now those people are still seen as resident in the UK. So even if they are abroad, they can still invest in ISAs. Yeah. Right. Like I said, we'll switch to Mandinka in a moment. Yeah. Any minute from now. We go with a short commercial break, and then when we come back, we switch to the local languages, which is Mandinka, for the benefit of our Mandinka listeners, because I'm just thinking, unless if you have something else to set light on at the minute.
Well, Mustafa, I have just one point to straight on. You know, I mentioned about marriage allowances for employees. It's not only for employees. Even the self-employed can have also apply this benefit. Like if I'm self-employed and my wife is working, is an employee, he can transfer that 10% personal allowances. If at all I'm getting more, like if I say employee, you've got a lot of money, so you might be more. You might earn more than maybe 46,300, 350. So to reduce your tax liability, your wife can transfer 10% of her personal allowances to yours. That will reduce your tax liability. So it's not only the employees, even the self-employed, can benefit these personal allowances.
Right. Okay. That is important. Thanks for that. Unless I want to set light on something else. Apart from that, we'll come down to short commercial break, and then after the commercial break, we'll be right back to set light on all the issues discussed here in English in Mandinka at the minute. Till we come there, is an about for you. Stay tuned to Skype. ABS International Gambia, Senegal, wala Africa naona lana wamela kutoka kwa nila from kile siku kika kwa pambo unafuna tu enjoy kama transaction fee 99 pence da male pana kise santo kama ile service ndio ala ikafa ikunduga service induga service wala service ndio ala ko ila baada ya intero lesa santo ke bitibo ya betule Gambia wala supermarket supermarket mbe toka kasi supermarket ndio inshallah bagaso nyimbe fitale la Cairo ni tilo akili tangu tambila jina ya service finance ndio ala ikafa nawe cash power to bongo ibe dunia dao da ese cash power to bongo baada ya intero le mini be Gambia iso kamina draw ila mita namba ibo le kala ron sai ye credit ko ki puka kurama to malare inshallah kome bonya mo ye service finance ndio ala ikafa mobile phone credit to bongo moni mobile phone credit to bongo credit ko ki baada ya le terol kafunyol debe dunia dao da ibe Gambia sa ki patata mento ya service finance ndio ala ko la application iso download no internationally 24-hour services ni ala ko patata mento suto wato wati ya de so ko ki wala credit wala na wek top up wala mobile phone top up ya service finance ndio ala ka fa ko holiday cars and then ni la fatala Gambia patata isola tamana wala ila credit card wala ila debit card ni wo mute bulo ko ne dunia dawda wala be Gambia dawda so kilo kilo ya receive no ifo e patata mento ABS ni no mo de ala ya mo wasamia lo ni na ko mako ro la karola kuma ko yo ni la so wosu ma ni ABS international senyo mo no ila landline number 00441216433003 00441216433003 ila mobile WhatsApp number 00447904028180 00447904028180 ABS International Yontamo Makero la Kaloma. Assalamu alaikum bareng ko nga fo ngahi do tanya men murunta nan jang hana bi ni min be la moy rola ni jibero la ni tembe Skype wa radio lom ka bonan late UK ko share be men ka cha kam bi na ka cha ko men di wolong UK la personal tax system aning bank ko de ma wo na fal men bi na yalon ko do hana de na to fo sita ala ko hakil ma ya bal ka taraje ko mo ya bi Nimo programme de mi alon ko karwo karen ka ke jang Sky Power FM radio to jang bide murunda nan jang ko denke nimin bakacha kala wolon sana samatete anen no asise no ha coming ni haklo bakan na kacha tambira lan kacha dala fonka foko nimi alon ko ilafta sela so ko no Gambia na kacha dan dame wolon nyinde ko hani be sela Gambia ise haklo to coming kana nyina ila e kamin foko class 2 national insurance police la pension no nyin ka ila yo sanji jama min be ke jang itala fela ko na fatu ko mo nyama no ko nyama tenti so nin ko mo nyama na kaja dar fon fredo o tembondo bide mela fela kaja sembentu nyan la damen do wolon personal taxation aning coming for disabled wala blind people aning yin ko de mabo se keno nyame sa kon na sup na dimbal mi alon ke bem fekan be dimba kan sa nyi banko kan nyame Korenke sana bela fila ite se more connoted dia kula mimbe dende kamin for personal taxation system la jang akatamanya dil akenya dil nafanya dil biye anen mosa famma ko eno je nyadi sana
ya Mustafa baraka bake ndela modla le be konto de koto ke comme na mafo ntu ko be modla ba summarize to man ke man de account but there is no ko ke ndegin dal na mo bulu comme ko intel mo talbe ndol lati so be fefen fola jam di amugo ko na non ba kata kan ne do mo mel no ka fatande na community ma so mo be je men yana ko qualified and traditional would kill so andu Inda jikiring Kiangando Manadan, Alhamdulillah. Yeah, so Mustafa, Buba follow what we call, you know, for the men corrector, when you are Monta Don Nata, if you feel for the Mialonco, among correct. So them all done the Minialonco, no what is that? It's in Kumandi or she message is Mustafa, kept coming can send me to Hakiro, Kafumanko, no. So big in another hakilo back and not karsaba komanto UK tax system or all for them tax not done. So all football account ko personal tax bedan business rate tax bedan sale tax bedan and corporation tax so but nabi left men follow coming explain more wala minti benefit all beje mi alon ko mona fole beje ni personal allowance me masukunda kalon do kula be hani nante be function do ko fola wa na football ko employee or self employee abela entitled to nyina purika ni mona fo nant abege purika ni mona fa unto la community ne bi jama ba beje nka ko lu buka follow anyama nka ko le kaito bal don kiyo kan fara ka tax la ni do so maybe to mando ba fam e ka ko do to koma italamati ikana tuje bulano manita malo modol kumande men sima ko eno ka fibe wala mun ni ko le mo fla e fututa men be fututa mun be sabata nyokam albe do kola o mun to albe function do kola kino kidna be function do kola o be do kola moye so masekunda e allowance londe mobe ne alon ko ka fa personal allowances sawo tan sawo ka stati alon Gambia mulka financial year ikafo December to January to December ikala mon the financial year from December season but the general tax from the fiscal year okay study on the 5th of April to the 6th of April so ikam module je buka understand in the 2018 kono but ni na documento joje ko tax on the period 2018-19 but no mom from how come to so explain more minimal kalungo the tax system ka start la fiscal year ka start April to the another 6th of April so in personal allowance on me alon ko sekunda londi do kula be function do kula lamba ni woman do do kula company na atara ko itala e ka mention to sound kono afilo mo flo kame mo kilo même among jang pound will tan killing kemi say pound will tan killing pound kemi say pound tan lulu na ma si imani e tax on jola but comme ngam futuwa ko comme ko yalla ko sama be but ni la to fana kasavila isi ba o san ko lokun tan lulu lokun flede so lokun tan lulu lokun flede sinin wuli tan killing pound will tan killing pound kemi say pound tan lulu isa atala lokun tan loko if mo balo noko ela personal allowance on ni loko kono and the element won ni ko jang ko 11,850 mo ba ko mon ko nen soto ite ko fon soto wiko na de kay weekly go jang ide yejo weekly ko mon to yejo monthly so monthly fa ni left ela personal allowance of find out ela personal allowance monthly ibawo fana iwo ni pound will tan killing pound can say pound tan lulu ibola de talala katan flow tema so karo kari fo ibadno ko ni mun personal allowance so ni ka wulikin na soto karo kono ni yo pound will tan killing pound can say pound tan lulu ya tala yemen soto je biyo gondila wulikilo ni ko men soto to me ya soto ibe taxo jola wala ka so taxo fana jonya fana be nyabi lam tunhu la bal tunku la bala comme ni ka jang kodo soto san ko ni ka pound will tan killing pound keme say pound tan lulu yalla ko def jolo kan ba ni fel la to kan kata fo pound will tan woro pound keme saba pound tan lulu ni bo ma fonto ila jobo ma fon ko ibe ila taxoni ibe 20% na jolo taxoni ni la personal allowance bondije but ni la konto fana ila muna fa ka men soto so be kono atambita pound will tan nan will worla kada pound will keme will tan dul ite be taxo men jola 40% tax la ibolo jola but ni ga will keme will tan dul soto kata o santola masakunda be tax la 45% tax ibolo jola so nga men futuwa ko wala ndiko sim benefit no ina nyaade na atra comme ko na jomon futa ni mo atul men futuwa ko wonda atul men sabata ni ko civil partner o mari ko na atra mo kimba ko men na jomon futa ni to ite si wo atundi si la taw 10% isa fa mo sekunda ko transfer ike maya on transfer imusuma personal allowance pour alsi alla taxo mal kajo aka taxo nda kalani now kemele do atul be kafuru sound kono so say ni ite 10% transfer to kewni ya omundo musoni ya alla taxo ma ka men do kemo kono obe jila la be me albe taludo jo omundo albe momi maybe tawro no tawo so yalo woto o munire ko ko obe dimba ma ko lele ebe so do be ba mo ko ko jalo di len bulit fo ko ken ko dam tan yalo
CJ fo la be la
exactly so yeah, Mustafa, so nimbe jele ni momo ya lonko e pata kalong, ima long, okay, left a kalong. Isi Mustafa contact no le, Sky Power, amondo sinwa contact, on the contact. Isi no markwe, ko ko nga fanya nyo, fanga no markwe. Dan tax system from complicated.
Exactly. So ko ko le informal me along ke ba for le P40, P45, P60. So momo e ko le akuso do ni jakal kuso do je. Ben you Fujan Numbang or somewhere else, me along Kamanke Leeds Janti, anywhere in the UK, near Kola Coast, Raymond, most of me along Yamerapo, say Marco no Yintone. You can get in touch here, we got the experts here, many along they could help, inshallah. Yes,
it's done online finally. The Atlantic Saki on fire, it's done online about from the side, very available in
online. I'm waiting more coming. I'm waiting for express.
Exactly.
I saw near and I have rather than
I will have everything. Yeah, so Mustafa benefit of the married couple and civil partner. Okay, benefit do for me along na kebal let men along ko e wulu tadif the niba fla eprekaro tululo 1935 to mu kebal let so amungo ko be fokan comment ka discrimination ko benefit lo na ni couple de men along ko e wulu before in sound i masukunda fane muna fa wala wala ne men batin na e kana mo menjo prashi ji duma kem jam kakodo kem saba anin tan saba nin woro kata kem sey tan woro ni kononto yo londi en pour même ba ni ka kemele jo ni kodo me ya londi o bela taxo ni reduce so ibadi la ni ka keme jo ko tanke sa yeni londi ye sa ina na ya claim ina na only tandulo be kala fokon na e mako
boro sai ko ya fanyame pour ka disclose ko ina musule bestering wala ni la partner le bestering ana fa warta le bawo te kadne ko men bestering nyokan fo ne mako donc ula ni couple le famille mako sako kebalu o manto ni mari couple because al be taxo jokan so ni do be jetla masukunda men do litla namo mo futo so ni ma kanin fana ika fwala dama fendima babaje buna fendima babaje bangun kanja abe fadna tep no ndal mam pare ka long nka loose mboka pare ka bula noma because nka complexity so ka wonu ko nda so la on to dina kete ka nkana ta nyingi ba ni be fen ke la kan silon nak ni ko be foni fomol filla ni fen fil yi mem ko toñati ba mu le kan jang ka kodo te bulo ko no problem lot ni ba so la fon problem ba ka kodo te bulo ko because no le later mina o be confusion so be yamaro dina molla ni be la ni claim la to nya fuje me alon ko akoyta pour sama e kanata montor ko so de ni imam e confuse de ma fam mol commandi a nyoma koy ninta malo ruwa balo na ruwa malo do fa be min balo aman ko common control damal be discount men ni no mol be de min ay ko qualified in front so be kanyo kalam dal
ha bawo nada alhamdulillah radio so dang ni alon ko ka fudan community ma ko man si fasu no before and mami da gamme no to list dang to kan si fal fon si kan si fa discourse be nyoma ko la nyaade lem ba be ban kan ne ka do ko ke ko falo ban mo fon de ma ba bi je mbo ko bula no ni silo la mo ni fon ko ani confusion mbo ko bula no so mbe yamaro dila molla ni me lafta ni mari Allowance ni ani mari couple Allowance ni lafta kulon na je baake isin ma konta wayta Mustafa konta ya kuma yedo fana fo ni formal feel nyan fana ni mo tare do ko la bol ko confuse e balon na ni ko la P45 do ko yala demento do ko ya demento ma mo P45 sa ko lo ni kiam ko dima ba
ni ko le da online ni ka do ko ba
so ni do tare do ko la fana fo ni ko ni mo do ko flo ba e ka me ko ni do ko ni mo do ko flo ni ba do ko diet la ba do ko so be ka kele so be ba flo ko no ni ko jang ni ko jang ko ni no second job la in taxi bala bari malon ko yedo ku do men ko me lo do men do ko ni ko dem fana ko ni mun na do ku fololti ne mun na men do ko ike fana batandi because not na beta e jama si balon no ko e do ku fulalla andu e le baji be ya pick la fam men kala men jobte ni dara ila 2 hours do ko ta yoke as men jobte so it's a fashion e kala mo wala nte kan hani kan da ma do ku ha e kan da tax back kan
ba ta bala ya min
ba do ku kino personal Allowance so allocate wala bo 11,850 men ka fa dan allocate do dam mal flanja woni e ko BR so abinyo ni dara do ku la imo fo jani bita imo fo mo understand mo ni ninka di do fo mo ni feel la because no nte abne kan na be abetenna be baitna so P60 fana men ko mo fudan ko nga fana no fana so bentu ya P60 ni kuma battle because hanna man ke ila control for the marka long ita so de yo mo be je milan ko ka parke la dimba sama njam comme man sakunda lo men lo ka ko ni ma 18,000 pounds to ibuka itele muso sama no le o te di sama no le so model beje wala kam leke e ka bata e ko bo kasaf no nyandi lan 18,000 to ko boss do beje e be cash report do ka company ma babeje online phone column online wage slip so ma babeje wol def fam ka no fam do beje ko ka so ban ni P60 ko kile to fam beje ka online ban ni ma access to ka play eta play non ban no be bulu aka course nandi bulle pour que la sango be yemen be do ko akalen de men fi ibalon nale ye jël le do tax do ibalon nale aman jeri yeta yebe pesi pour la ñokan January February March April May ko de konde ñokan
fa ba ko le
so yalo obe brand hanna de imela phone call email pesi pour P60 be able on your bank from your bank account was a proof call you can do any local sound beacon. If you are if at all member do sound na 18,000 after the P60 near your tax men do some beacon after the P60 so a be ma kwelele to katako time schedule be click land be calculate be la nyoka you don't more farm no P60 or somebody and if that men fana ya pura ay ma ko fomo ni fili abo fana portion and legule ni carte ma batale je ha January to February mo de March man April so P60 no be je don ka be tan
o senata ngalo nying be diala modo le ba ka to modo be je wol be la fla kanela mo samara nyam pour ma ko lo ko bamba non wala ila musolo o so imalo nying ko fan kata ma nyamen so ni adaran dol bi je ba falo ko ban January ni na February mo April ni ndong mo le jo so o sai woro ni P60 be bulu ni mo kule de mi ala ko ka be so ni mo be mi ida mi ya fo abay ma ko la wala fan bang so what could make it a lot easier for a lot of people
ya ni mo kunda buga je ko men ko to e ka ni be ila income ni kala e be last year income bo le ni kala because you don't find the last follow. It meaning can it can we can just in 2018-19 somewhere. No one buy it all no. But that's why cafe ko tax year that financial year for Carlo so. So in Flabbe more flama ko because somebody can in the form happen than it comes through my door. Kaf ko self assessment. You have to fill it your return. You know, it can't maybe it will find out maybe you can overpay, or maybe you are a couple, married couple, or you know, one of your musonin or a person I want sonin, a might be cover, a mention or a month storm. So you are entitled for this one. So maybe the Milan should be clean no Nimambula no metalon. Italian so they be hiding. At the end of the day, Nima can Masukunda by useless. Masakunda we have finished law by law katani moloko yende jere sakani but it's able to kill that konko kafeko in the kakani unless for the form
back sana kumo nyara kumo senada no ha tande wato akumas la ka jampa ke sai jannimbe fankala no ngama e fana ye ku fo jam ku danta no min yalonko iko mata back min be la maro ani be jibero la nyintembe sai nuha bela fila pour komi min fo nye angale kamato in English police mako eno ya summarize nyano en mandinka komi be min fo kan dindi wala munafa ni nata ICC to ICC fal min be kering aning blind allowance ni school min be ko dal noa ni so mako eno wodo ka firim mole mandinka kaunto nyindembe noa
baraka baka Mustafa lamor lal min jubel lal fana ala baraka comme kuma kilen romba la fala sanala kumo kan ben keta kewni musode gon kono fal futu tala ban walla fo albe sabatri nyokan ne sunkuti nin kambani ban benefito ni mimbe je esa at ka fumi esa birthday nole comme misal fe alnene man a apply kewni muso bar nyinan aliya decide ko okay ya fam tol malo num ko nyimbe ke ne bare mba apply la sai I'll start back date up to 5th of April 2015.
After Samurundi Koma.
Samurundi Koma. The Samuel Minul Be Tambita. It's all Bela 10% on Ying claim. So, over Monekala, well, I mean, tax credit less. So, have a wheeler near a personal allowance you be Kevin Muso. Menta doyata among Wilton and killing Kemese Talulusi. Omari as a 10% coming kemo keme siblatam asasa wundino kewya le wala musoya depending on men na jodo yata so momo kewni muso men na jodo yata dron namang samako namang wili tanning killing keme se talulusi kemo keme siblatam iso sawndino ike makande pour nyin kamala kewni be namo men jola wala muso nyimbe namo men jola asetala yo ni alia decide fanako alba apply lele alse amurindino ko male yin sangi sabo men tambita also be ta la no nyokanne so kayanta ko do ko dife ngalo bad bum ko lol be saban na e marsi akayanta fo fe rom e marsi bo ko do ko di mani ba sen la bari ba sen la ke wala ma wala muso me alon ko wala kana mojo so aseke alla family la na flot just pour ka sanala ko mo jansa wala rom yo nimbota je coming ngafunu angale kamoto nyami modol ben kono min yalon ko ala la nyino kan nyaal mutata ha mol min yalon ko finkita par hanibi ka do koke yo man sakunda yalon ne ko momo be bankun kan ni ka do ko leke andi la jo akatan mi wil tan nin kilin keme sey tallul la saw kono me o men la taw kan do nyanna namo jola wala hanni nga sarale finkita lebe namo jola bari imanna finkin tawol ni nyala mal kanyande so momo ni asare la jo tambita saw kono wil tan nin kilin keme sey tallul ibe namo jola yo bar ni finkita fana man sakunda kamen ka wala mu ila o wil tan nin kilin keme sey tallul ika wilfula keme saba tankon dola la kan komi minan saw kono so nyala malu wol ka wilkilin keme sey tallulu ka wala soto komi personal allowance wala me nyanta na fulo men soto la saw kono janni be na mo jol yo bani atre mari fingita ika wiltan nin nani keme fula tan nan le dila me o men tambita wala ika na mo jowol so wala nyinti ko itela namo ni atre fingita bari iman na bulanyin noma ibe namo min jola obe siala la bar ni ibula tanyin noma do registrata ila namu jo abe talala le kemenani tawro wala nin sey nginan sanko yo mol minul ben kono min alon ko alala la nyino kan e nyaal mutata pour kanyin benefito nyin sodo e nyanta register la le with the local authority be damento ila city council comme list jangi sa ko list city council wala ni be Birmingham city council or even Bristol city council ni register ta woto yela registration document so ya confirm le ko ya atonya yandi le ko tonya ite nyamutata yo o registration document o kayto liñul ibe HMRC fanal ko man la wala HMRC wala haro royalty ko de namo bunda dal ko min gambia moy ka ko jiare jam fana HMRC lam so e bol kumandila le andi bol kumandila nomba jimala wala 0300 200-3301. That's 0300-200-3301. Ka foyenko ite be do ko lale andu finkitale ila fita blind persons allowance le claim la isaje yela tax code nyum fali pour nyin kamala be inyanta namo min jola ase jiduma isaje ko di jama ila men ke ijo ila me ta do ko la ase jo ko do la me alon ko ole be siala dina ikejo no min nan ya vraiment e manyum blind person allowance nyenta
before you come to yani binawra ha
no afanye do kula dam mala mabo fa do function do kula fana ni mo function do kula de ina fingida
ha ni comme personal allowance lam donc faut be if be function do kula bang wala ebe do kula mole wala company le ni a tre nya fingita le be register la ila local authority wala a sede ya ko to nya fingita le Kokola isna HMRC kalamutande ko elafta blind persons allowance le apply la e be nyinen ka registration document la le ya kiye then it will sake ila system onyento pour nyin kamala be do ko la membulu be la tax code nyim falen la pour ni wo mari be tax bondi le la joto asenyin kalamutaje ko itemu thinking tawate woto o dalilo kamala ila kodo saw kono mewmen tambita wil tanin nani kema fulata pound tan nan la mewmen la taw kan be namo jola wol so batina la le ila namu jo saw kono abe talala pound keme nani pound tawro la nense ha wala nyim blind persons allowance la benefit nyente
right before you go any further come jani be tranquila yalo ni ko mole ko blind person isa mera malon fo finko wala ni finkita carrément bank anim fanam fo disabled mold je many ala ba fala ko ni disabled the wol fanam fu ma ko to fana je bang
ha yalo
woni nyim fanam fata
woni nyim fata because local authority jama department of pensions wolel ka o blind persons allowance ni disability allowance ni jo so mo jama be je kaje ko badi bum ko le sa fo kansule ko le balanta ba ko pour ka o seriano ko abalanta le tonya docteur fon bukaje
Apare jeme kumi monya wa fana don fana biye yalo short sightedness biye la ko depuis que fana mu kanje
ha definition le biye wala na HMRC mo pare pour ka technicality men biye pour ka dungo kono
yes
yo wo any la local authority council nyen ka ubula wala bulu so ni ta council fana pour ka foyen ko ifin kitale then wol fanale sartol le landi mi alonko e bol le jibela yo mbebi men to ten wo sartol mawol samana pour nim molia akacha bar dum nimmi alonko ite e dankene ata ko ya jiki ko iseñin allowance sotonole hani bi sitano council le NEC ko eñaman betea and we left blind persons allowance le apply la so woni be sartol minul be die bollel jibela ini la kacha ko no den to lel bina fala ko fo to nya ite finkin tawla moyte okay. So wo sartol be jele council yo lande la bar bi programme o nyinto ni wo sartol nyinul manna bar ni abe momo e kumpoto e se council contact no le be sat city dawo dato eni e kacha den wol ba fo no le ne fo to nya ite finkita la walla imam finki bar ma fo badi bum ko le ta e nyabiti e doko si kay ka fa e finkita la
wo finko si fa be man ja na la jibero da jam je ka da be fana wo fana
yalo finko do je ka ho man ko ka fu be wulu nim finko e ka ya mari nya ka tramalari bari abuka fenje so o finkol be je la bar han bi criteria minul be je sartol minul be je kansulol yewol landile pour men kam nyin kamala ka momo wo sartol nyino nyanta tembela wol fe so buka mo official ni moti mo be nyanta tembela wo sartol fe la jandi ba fula to nyaite ifinkita
thank you for that
so nimbota woto comme wato la de to kamala tumando ntela jeroto da na jondi ya jeroto même kumata baba bake wala mun dindi wala kote ya sen na dindi mol ma ko no nyaari le pour nyin kamala ise kodo landino pour ise fansum cordal sanno Angleterre so protocol le beje comme na flo dindula dolel beje mini alonko isa keno bank le wala e kafo bank sifa dol minule building society yo building society yol ni yo bankol woliye na flo ma bo nyaale fintindi e kafo mi aisa yo nyin aisa fana mobe sa atano le ni atre mari siyo e sangi tanni woro sile pour ka cash aisa ta ni isiyo tanbe ta sangi tanni woro me bi sangi tanni sesi ise aisa product dolta bar momo ya lon ko asiyo be sangi tanni woro la man sangi tanni seosi obe cash aisa da maretano yo cash aisa o kamun tale komi yela ko dota ya landi bank savings wala ya adundi building society wala e ka fumi national savings and investment products dol ka fa NSNI yin kake komi bank lem dal mi ya lon ko man sakundale tamu o fana e kamol de kachanyo yande pruise la kodol dindinoje yin kamale saje se malanku ngoni se tinesa to nanje adol ka fa beneficio but ngalo bandin gol badi bun kolle ka fo beneficio bari benefito e ka wala fo beneficio so wo interest nyebe men soto la ni malanku kunna yo ni atra dindino ni asio be sangi tanni woro de obe cash ay sada malake no to yin kamala be kala normal savings le bari ay interest to no ni investment o kono wo itana mo jola wala yo sawo kono ise kodo men dundino ni aisa kono tata pound will mo 20,000 pounds pound will mo ne abelari buleman sula la fa jannin jare isa dundino ni aisa kunnale ay kodo wo ko de wuluye itana mo jola o kono bar ni ma dundi ni aisa kunne ya dundi femo fem kunna na kodo wuluye do rebe na mo jola so pour ka bori namu jola luwala karola ay ke tilon kat hay sadu ni no nyi ay sa kunnala so ay sa sifa gellel be je ka me a cash ay sa comme ngawo fole dindi wol minul siyo sangi tanne worani man sangi tanne seyosi wol fanal sangi cash ay sa soto non an kebal fanal sa soto non na sare lafta wol yo ay sa sifa do be je ka me stock and shares wo ni yera ko do dundi bank nyinto bank nyim fana kera ko do tale e telephone ba fole de nte de lafta stock and shares wala nyinti ko company mini alon ko e be caring and wisulata ko dola ika niyo sam wala to ka fole share pour fana iseke company nyim mari ise la share sotonoje o fana ikejo dividend sana o kachaja o dividend ni sama bantala me ka jiwe company nyi ay gagner sotole o gagner ni sina jiwe okay minul tam company de bawo yela ko dole bondi ka manan ko dundi jango to batun ko do dila o se fana kela share of profit bare company la karola ka fine dividend so ni yo dividend yin joy la bank to ela bank bo la ila stock and shares aisa nyin kanne bo fana ita tax jola je ha so mo nyumale se nyin stock and shares tano wala mo ni si we sangi tanin se si kata wo ita se ni stock and shares aisa tano anu aisa sifa do be je side nga amamme ba ka bringa findi ta ka fa innovative finance aisa yalon finance karannalo sananyolo ikumo katama bakela so ilaw hakil dia kono la me nyim malam ko bondina me ya lonko idam mamolo wolle lege kafolo comme ususula nim wili kebe bente bulum mansulala ngata ni internet oto ngake je ko wili kebe felente bulde nimel laftan yedonto kemo kebe be tan pound tan dila wala kata ko pound tan dilul fam dol ko kanen yo company do be je wala sana aya jibe ko inte dembe business wala andum manam ko lafta da salala dal mfana be register la ñin platale pour ye no hala ñi wili kemo asende fuwa so ibaje la sana so wili kemo ñim fu ay ta adunda la business o kunna ala business o tamande nabe ko do ñin seen lantema wili keme ani interest o ñin na tra na da ko 10% la comme keme o keme pound tan so ibaje la ko abo interest o ñin lala ko do wili kemo ñin kan asende mana so akamunta ñin klobo mol momo be ñin klobo ñin kono wala se don toro ñin tano o fanko ñin to e ka fami en ko peer to peer lenders wala comme ka fu ñomal dam male ñofu ha ñi innovative finance mo wala yo ni o fana bota je hanibi ñi innovative finance kono fendo be je ka fami crowdfunding debentures ñim fana mo don toro si faale te mi alonko ila bank wala ila building society yela ko do dundi dami wallel fana ka jibe okay company jumal lel mu ni alon ko ila fta pro ila julomin bela na sangebol ha comme ni misal fe julo yente muta pound wili lulu julo ben kamala ha yalo mom fora yar julo ben na yo bare silam har bi mbede fari sulata ko dola man ko do soto no sanasina no yara fa ñu ko ngalo ne ko Mustafa la wil lulu le ben andu ila business o fana be dami be sularin ko dola sambe menkala Mustafa la o julo nde ba sanete bul bar baawo willul lam mbe wili nan le dile ha so e ba jala ko ni ben jola willul so sanay wil kile mo gagné so dole bo sa tete fana sulu tan wil nano menna ya dum dila business o ko ya minule finance ke jama be ko nay mu kata ma baka
basa en ko nyin he alhamdulillah
ha
ko se mo bina war
ha
bara nyin ISIS me ka faten fo hapole bala ban commence la ba fala comme ning commence la bala comme fo be ke kamela ke je ba ka commence ni kamela wala fo ka commence ni wule mo ndal comme ya fa nyame fo commence la bala
no commence la tala bare dum banka be na la luwal bank dole be je mi yalon ko isa fo en ko e ba commence la pound kamela dol sa fo en ko karwo kari se tandul la dindino je yonte be nun do ko la company min to building society lan skiptin minul be list jam wol nyanda skiptin building society lan ila office of the city center yo inter responsibility o aisal minul la ani mol ko savings min fana ke comme kela manam ko dundi bank min to ntolla aisal nyinu mal limit kela no dirinte be do ko la nun je ha mal limit kela hana atra 1 pound isa yele no wala cash isa yele no 1 pound la karo kare e ka fendundi je bari samu me be kono ete tambino wala wilmu wan nyine atinna ni april kana sidron e kaji aka siyani mollel kono min alan ko be fansun do ko do be siyari bol say bawo ko do ni ima bondi bula be kele la profit wala so e kaji ni mboro kata e tay aisha yele ni aisha yele dro yo ko do nyin dundi je so e baje la ko wo mu investment la so ye benefit soto woto ita namo jola wala so e baje la ko pour ka bori namo jola ista luwala karola tilum kan yeta ko do nyin dundi aisha nyin ko na ya dundi je baje la e benefit soto woto comme interest la wala share of profit no wala fengo fendro ibuka tax jo ko ha wala na mo jamani e presita dron ni tara banko fonda katra bizire molbe aisha yella dron hani tata la bank fang branch nyin do fang isaje business advice do yana ko en ko ya aisha soto bank fo lafta ka aisha account yela bank ha nyin dalilo le be je because ye mewo en soto je manan ko e fen wuluje ko kana mo jo ha yo bari aisa dobe je mi alon ko ndebo o bambandi la bake la moy la wala e ka fumi lifetime aisa ni lifetime aisa atemu aisa lati mi alon ko akumata baba kel yo ndingol minul be jang momo ni atre dingo be bula sangitan nin sey soto kewo musugo andu ilafta ma ko la prasa fan sun korda sanno nyim bankunka woto inayata walla ya faya famo ita baka momi sangitan nin sey si o stano fa e bankle ay lifetime aisa yele na ay lifetime aisa yele ay meomen dundije bar sanko na tatambino la wili nan labe men dundi laje bara so wil kilin dundije wil fulo wil saba fu wilna bara ay meomen dundije don hanatra kemelo dundije man sakundabe mo wonni lulle lala so niye wili nan dundije bo sanko no man sakundabe wil kilin lala kan ibaje lela ko do kera wili lu so bare obeta esi e mari si on sangitan nin sele sir andum fana e manyen na tambila sangitan nan so ndol dal ndol da bata kol kono ba ndol nga sangitan tan nano mala yo bare momo ya lon ko dingo be bulu amon sangitan nano soto bare asiyo siya ta sangitan nin seti isenyi lifetime ay sanyi isa ya marno le praita ay ni yele bare tumando sangitan nin siya aska mari be do ko la kam ya fa e ben na suwa kono jangi buka na mojo e buka luasu jo yo woto afera ke dale ka ko do men so ya dundi aisa afuta nyaawo nya samo san kemenan dundi wili nan dundi ni wili nan dundi je ma sakunda bala fara ay wili lam wili kilimo la la abe kala wili do so mari nata ta fasi yo sangi tanano si dani baje la sa ma sakunda ba bulo mutala lay fella la kam bar hanbi amari se fen dundi no je bar ni ata ta fo asiyo sangi talulu si amari te fen dundi no la je bar nim ko do nyim fana nata siya fo amari yaaje ko okay sai ase korda san nole asita ay ko do nyim bondi lifetime ay senyinto ay ta ay korda san yo bar ni ba ko do nyim bondi la pour ko korda le san
exactly ha
ite charge la wala ha bar ni atre ba ko do nyim bondi la jele pour que ta ka dundi fen do kunna keme o keme yo monni lulu joram la bank nyinto yo bar ni siyo sangi tal lulu si wo ise ko do nyim bondi no jele ite charge no la ni keme monni lulu ha yo ni tara fo isi yo sangi taw woro si butum it o time o kay mo meta fendundi no la je ko tande ko so ba tarra ko wato su dia da ha ke bana
alhamdulillah
ha yo wolem ni lifetime aisala nafati pro na community mo lo se hakilo to nyento nsa fo ko tanke ni dingo e sangi tan nin seysi andu aman tambi sangi tan nan la aya mari ay nin ay sayele ko nyimu man sakunda ma ko rola tin dole ya wili nan dundi man sakunda wili kililla ka ita fen jola je anu we manan ko we fen na wulu profito to wala interest to ita te fen jola woto ita na mo fana jola je woton sa kata ngan dingol ma koy ni atara lafta pour dingol fana le fan sun kordal sam yo mbe nyum fala ni aje mba fala fana manke ko mbe tumiro la wala mbe mol kaja filla bari na nsinyo sulalu e kanyene ke bawo e kanyo ma ko le wala ya na nyim programme o mbe tentulete Mustafa mbe jayila pour yenyim programme o yin ya kere isonda pour ntol ngana jam londi man trambulu nyaaw nya bari ning community mol se kacha nze nyoma ko no nyaami pour nyin kambala ngan dingol ma ko pour sinin sama ndingol fanasi fan sun kordal so amiro a warta ba kan ya jibe mo jama ya commencé lire jam ibe luwaso la nun sulala buma fa jande be kan sulala buma so yo sulala yo ke no nyaadi le nyimbe be ferol le ko mini ya lon ko silol le mu ya lon oro yewile kilin dundi pour ka lande man sakunda e kemo fula tallulu la yo kan ko en kwata ya wodi ata bakale yo mbadi ngolu nsa nyim bambandal ma ngan dingol ma koy na ngin tokote yo aisa dum komi ngafo nyame kas aisa momo siyo sangi tanni woro si o mari ase kas aisa ni yele nole yo bari pro nyin aisa si fa do komi ngafo nyame stock and shares innovative finance and even lifetime we mari siyo nyanta sangi tanni se sila o time wala misna aisa account ni yele no yo mbe mem fana bambandi la fana komi sanay karo min mata har bin se murun je kan because aku mata le tumando ikema walle musuma abandale ne atra amari bandale comme sanay mem foden personal allowance nyen kemo keme sibla tan nyen isa sawndino ikema ya walle musuma ya banning atra kabirin April karotil lulo 2015 kana sayin kan ya tare musu bandala walla yake bandale andum ete alon ko yake ma kana flo ben soto dum amang tambi personal allowance ni na bawo samo sang aka falin yo serum wiltanin kilin pound kemelul nina ya la fa wiltanin kilin pound kemel say pound talul yo niya jibe samo sang ni sangi sabo ko mando ana tare ke ma fatala fam alaw 10% oni wala ni muso fatale alaw 10% oni han bi sa claim no man nimmel la fita pour ka kulonje andum il faut te kema wala il faut te musulale during 2015 kana sain kan inin tol se kachano le se Mustafa kachanyo andi no wala isana nsajibe me nyoma ko no la nyamin pour nyin kamala nyin kodo nyin isa so kantum altala ma la family la kodo pour ka obam la mo yerla
o kuma ta ba ke no kadon le ajibe nyodango niya moy asa tara nyo kono to diale mon fanke ba nin nyo niya moy ka nyo kono to dia kulol min bebe je because le ajibe nin to la raja dobe nka bata min ke nim ba kudo mol min bija wol boko bata so nyo kono to dia te kuma ta ko kono ba ide hani do man den killing ide wollo ne o fo o be momin na fala ibalo and war can be relief from the community, from the people, and war is it could be extreme.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah. So you mukule de me along me fana ni me along ko ye nyininkar soto wala ko be fe me along ko e jakari. You know, ini mol se nyo mo no janna kullo kono wala se email o kina wala ise sanaje no mi sana long and is wala no hami no along wala defang wala you can send a message here and then sa jibe be nyo kono de ala nyimbe pruka nyo ma ko lon fondol faran nintol manda nyaato dinol mimbe so dokan or second kuti jam mi alon ko I think this is something which is really important. Yeah, unless you want to say any final thoughts, your final thoughts sana
comme souvent même faut do comme ndabo la ko kan do kan ndé ko le fait ni mo melon do because on to mo fawka jamu da mo ko ngabe no because UK tax system is very complicated. So but the money ngalo nzafonu nyoe ni jakalta you left to think up la mo to left to think la ni tax code imam men mo ko man men yalon ko yalon o kate isi tax o ki musafa o no on to fo then na atra ko man ko ipoleta ni si ben na jibe mba be ma ko no nyame na atra si ma ni te ma ko no funa si blal fo e be de to walim na isu men si ma ko no so on te bo yamoro di la community be la kew kanan de ko fe and kanan no ko today because ntalamu etalement go for it kana today kana fugo kuma ko ha mejen nenga mondi ya niale sulale nda nwa kuma nwa afanya ya loophole so long loophole so de ka sen kan nyoy ya de le men yedu man di sute je ka fo tani ngai e ke sulale ba ba be sirin e muso mon ta do ko la o be do ko ndam mal ye blad ndam mam to na control e the next about tan ko me do ko la but it's a law a personal allowance so coming for them thing ke o so muta o apply transfer a 10% transfer ta hanna ta kan millions to whatsoever ab tax o men do na so ye no e look for so long e kan yo ma ko e ko la fa nyoy so ntol ngami wala mun tolla kale dati bu kan diam nyoy andum même fana mun na ko ngami la mo ko même bo fana yela ko mo sen kam moy fana atajar lot mo men la atasi bilata bafa ngam ni kan tol muta kam famura amburon kata Mustafa kama ko mon gonta mon fello bari mo man fello mo ite do mon mel lo yo lo e jota Mustafa da do lo mo ni area
lo pour ka sanala ko mo sembentu ya pour mol senin kalamuta ko entol mo professional lo lelde yeah ntenite tema ila nafulo la karola ndiye men kacha foni tuka ya fo mole mota moyla na because na do ko na responsibility lan ka make so ko mbe nibe kachala ila ko menna o guntenite tema so wo amuntol mu ntol kunna forcerity as professionals pour ka make sure ko enin miruka ko ko kacha ila kulloni ya mara kana fente pour mol sa kala mutawa nyama silata je malute je nte ko ngode ni men kacha ila karola foni ta famata da ya fu molere bari coming e ba mo ila molla la ko nte la nganyim foye fana bata ala bala bawo jomo ese diam ko jomo dron bari nte la jondi ya hakil toto andum fana na do ko la karola na professionalism karola amunye forcer pour ka make sure ko niye men kacha ngamuta ay taramul ay taran nabe kacha la fanante ni damala ba kacha yo hani kewni muso tema annena nga scenario so dole keni muso ibe lafta pour que ila tax ko kacha yo nyanta men kala wala kewni nga itanda la ko e musu yen nyinin kala pour sala tax ko nyin kacha pour sala mo nyam nte balanna de bari kewni sa kalamta muso nyin fana kay ko ke ma fana en bulale pour na kacha because keni muso tema lo bari niye men fa kacha wo kewto wala na andum ni ta fana min kacha muso kewo muso fana ta wala so itala karo ni bola fala ke wala karo na bola fala bari pour altol mo fulol tema so bo kana taraje amunta kunna forcer ka aitan da altol mo fulola ko mbete yamar kan ne mbeke ma yamar ka ha albe sala wo nyaama bari ngete yamar men nay ke man ta fala andu ngeke ma yamar men na fana ndeta fala na de te ke ma ya foy o mal dem mol tema ha so mol sala wo nyaama kon tol mo professional o lelti ni kacara menna mba mutalale alal la nyino kan tumando fonite ya ko mole bare atafindila apro comme ndam mawol dron community nyin ko non se nyoma koy nganyo consedia pour sen na dimbal fanal ma koy no nyame
kum fala ngama science tambiyin la
wallahi
science fala nyin tambila yendare non kadi ha e budul lamer la len jiberal be dawada be saro di la janne fo wati ko inshallah ni mo programme de mi alon ko ka akejan karo kono sinya killing be na kata kun kana min di wolong coming futu mal ani koma ani personal allowance wasifa bari yalla safaro keta jang min be lamaro ali mi jibero gambe safar la do safaro ya ko be gambia fananta bulandila no ko kono nyaadi inshallah ni ala en mabe na programme na la ba katakela malum fonse la ido tano wala bar ma katakela le ma trela to sa fem fono programme la tax system mo fana ngenda kala nyame ani akatama nyame ani mon helele biye ida is also fano nyame inshallah ko fana makela kuleti mi alon ko ino bo kachala le no puruka ne badin gambe ko fana ma ko wala ke kontu dia wala katunga kumata bakele mo yemil long ika wala se ndi so ko na ya fundi na mol kam pour wol fana kanata truo batal o mo kuleti mi alon ko is really important e do man ni milo ni ase ndi so ko ngamra su ko fana ngamra no kulo nda tambile nyinal andabe tambile nyinal sa ten drone njero ma mundulan la mo lan ni jibelal kan yitembe fo coming la hero tanyame fo karikoten inshallah every monthly program ni ale mabe be burna na kakaja gambia tax system wala akatanya ma ni nganya tutala nyame jani wo mbal ten tulam bal dela kitala min kitala wolon sana samatete anen no asise fo wati ko inshallah sa ni continuing kalkula ala baraka bake ala lamal kunyi waka assalamu alaikum Okay, APS International Money Transfer and Services. Kapokubuka yole Halis muy Gambia, Senegal, Bitibir, Beputibir, Africa. APS International World. Yole Halis Simatology 2,000 pounds, 99 pence record transaction. APS Amalenen Service Munyo Oe Dugal Be Alaji Arts Content with the Sonasi. Tanal Tipitic Alba Supermarket Bulatine to be a Gambi, Nuga Lafa, Yokulako Petikil Gate of Federa, Way Malo, de William Sukar at Pepper for some Magazibuga. Belegi APS Amalenen Service Bunyo or another cast power tapo. Yonel Kurang to be a Gambia, the Dimble Putibal and Boka Harity at Amdiyama. For Multineka Tibir Aduna, Munga Yone Kurang Gambia. Lega solar rek manam moy cash power meter number bi rek yepso mobile phone credit top up yeb yamon len ko fu way munti nek mon nga di balay hariti am di jama yi lega solar rek moy mobile number APS yamon len dem Gambia legi mun nga dem Gambia jarut ngay yobbu sa sako xaliss lega solar rek moy debit with credit card number that's a transaction ci lu wora ci suto te do sona do Belagi download an APS International Cell application be programme am service yet to 24 hours nga def sa transaction ci sutura ak wati bu ko bëgge ku ci bëgg am lu wóor jokkal APS International ci téléphone number moo di 0044-121-643-3003 bi de seen mobile WhatsApp number moo di 0044-790-402-8180 0044-790-402-8180 APS International nekk fii pour ndimbal ya. Thank you.